Hello, and welcome to the Slightly Overweight podcast, starring Hayden Smith. That's me. This is episode 3. I bet you didn't think we would get here, especially because I didn't upload on the correct day. This is actually a Tuesday, as opposed to the normal Monday, and I apologize for that. That's all on me. That's my fault. Let me get my phone out of my pocket so it's not bothering me. Also get my notes up. First of all, I'm sorry. I was very busy, and I have loved all of your feedback on the last podcast as well. A lot of people really enjoyed the whole water story, not being able to breathe and such. No one else has told me that they also have this issue, so that makes me feel really good that no one else suffers through that, but also makes me feel like I'm goofy as hell because I don't really understand the act of drinking. But anyway, so on last episode, there was a certain thing that happened, and I'll get into that. But before I get into that, make sure that whatever you're listening to this on, you hit the like button, you hit the subscribe button, the notification button, the follow button, whatever it is. On Spotify, it's a follow. On YouTube and Apple, it's a subscribe. You can like on YouTube. Do all of that for me, please, before you get into the podcast. If you do that for me, it helps the algorithm, and it allows other people to find my podcast just like you did. And if you found this podcast, you're fucking dope. So, last podcast, we talked about the bird sound guy, the wildlife sound guy. And we said all good things. We love that guy. But for some reason, it got copyrighted on YouTube. So it's probably because I played like too long of a clip in there, which is fine. Whatever. I don't make money on these videos anyways. But if I did, I'd be kind of angry. But if you were wondering, yes, I did get copyrighted on that. So basically, we're going to be careful from now on, and we're not going to play clips that are too long of other people's stuff, even though technically it would have been fair use or whatever. But anyway, let's get down to the reason that I was not able to upload on Monday. And that is that I got my second COVID shot. And I know it sounds like such a bitch thing to say, because everybody says that shit. And everybody says, oh, I got my COVID vaccine. I felt like straight shit, and I could not do anything all day. I just slept. That shit is no joke. Before I got the vaccine, I got Moderna, by the way. Before I got the vaccine, I said the same thing. I have a coworker who, his name is James, great guy. He got the vaccine. I think Moderna. I don't know. It's the two-shot one. One of the two-shot ones. And he got it, and he had what's called the shakes. He came into work the next day, and I was like, bro, I didn't even got my first one at that point, I don't think. But I was like, bruh, you had the shakes, dude? Come on, bro. I thought you were a man, bro. Why you got the shakes? And I was making fun of him because we bust each other's balls at work. But yeah, and then May 15th comes along. I get that shot, and yeah, I was out for the count. I got the shot. I celebrated the whole Mackenzie's mom's birthday, and we went to the bar and everything, which was a lot of fun. And then I went home. And when I went home, I went to sleep, because that's what you do when it's 10 o'clock at night and you're 21. Maybe not, actually. A lot of 20-year-olds... Oh. Don't know. Why the fuck did I have an alarm set for 6:23? Am I supposed to be doing something? Okay. I must have hit snooze or something this morning. I don't know. When I wake up and I hit the snooze button on my alarm, and you have to like set an alarm for 15 minutes, dude, in that time frame, bro, I don't know who's controlling my brain, dude. Like when I have to set or do anything right after I wake up, or in between little naps, my brain goes on what I like to call fucking autopilot. And I don't have any recollection of anything that's going on. But back to this COVID vaccine. So I go home and I go to sleep. Mackenzie and I are in bed. She got her COVID vaccine the same day as I. Don't know why I said I, but I know my fucking grammar. So, no, it's probably me, low-key. Same day as me. Anyway, I should probably fucking learn English better. We're in bed, and 1 hour passes after we've fallen asleep. So we fall asleep, we wake up an hour later. And I wake up to my body literally fucking convulsing. Like, you've seen the cartoons where the cartoon characters get shocked and their body's like, that was my body, and I couldn't control it. And also, I felt like I was in a fucking wind tunnel because it was so cold. And I had a fan on me, and it was like 65, 70 degrees in my room with a blanket on me as well. And I'm usually a hot sleeper. I don't ever get the shakes or the shiver me timbers. But for some reason, that night I woke up and I couldn't help it. I tried to get up to go to the bathroom, and the whole time I was in the bathroom, I was shaking. I tried to get a drink of my water, and I fucking choked on that shit because I don't know how to drink fucking water, and that did not help the situation. I had like a headache that was like over a fever that was over 100. And Mackenzie was like, "What are you doing?" I'm fine. And then 5 minutes later, she is also shaking and is cold. So now I'm feeling terrible. She's feeling terrible. And I'm trying to get comfortable so that I can get over this. And then she asked me for some water. And then I have to get up. And then she asked me for some medicine. I have to get up a second time. And it's fine because that's love. And I will always get up for her, even though I'm also feeling like shit because I have to take care of her. And we take care of each other, but in that moment, I was taking care of her and doing my fucking job. Did it suck ass getting up after I was finally comfortable and the shakes would finally go away? Yes, it did, but don't regret it, and now we're feeling a shit ton better. But basically, don't get your COVID vaccine. Just kidding. You should get it. Not everybody has those symptoms. It does get better if you're going through it. Another one of my coworkers, he actually had to puke due to his second shot of his vaccine, which sucks. I didn't have to puke. I think I held back most of it. I was able to hold it back, but puking is not fun, no matter if it's from alcohol or if it's from a vaccine that's killed millions of people, or not the vaccine. A vaccine for a virus that has killed hundreds of thousands of people. Eric Van Cleave he's texting me on Instagram. If you don't know who that is, go to his website, look him up. He's a music composer. But that's the COVID vaccine. If you don't have it, get it, because now we don't have to wear masks, I think. In Indiana, at least. But, which is cool. I still wear a mask everywhere because I don't really have a way to prove that I am fully vaccinated, and it's also not been 2 weeks. It's a weird limbo. We're in a weird limbo state right now. It's like that fucking, what is that shit called? It's in between heaven and hell, and it's a intermediate place where people go. It's in a show called Supernatural. Fuck me, that's going to eat me alive. What the fuck is that called? Oh, I don't have time to look it up either. It's called like limbo, but it's like something else. It's called like interdisciplinary limbo or something. Fuck, I don't know what it's called. It's in between heaven or hell, and it's a place where you go. And that's where we're at right now with masks. We don't know if it's good. We don't know if it's bad. We don't know if we should keep wearing them or stop. So I'm playing it safe and just wearing it, even though I fucking hate wearing my mask. But I still do it anyways, and you probably should too. So speaking of how I felt after my vaccine, I basically felt like I was dead. I recently was reminded of something that happened a couple of years ago, back when I lived with my mom. I was driving home from somewhere, I forget where, and I was on the phone with one of my friends at the time, and it was late at night, dark as fuck, and at the time I drove a Chevy Impala. It was a 2000 Chevy Impala, fucking beat to hell, over 200,000 miles, and barely ran. That car could be a whole podcast in itself. Fuck that car. But also, it did get me a lot of places, but half of the places, bro, that shit broke down, dude. Like, it would break down in the most inconvenient times, bro, especially in winter. Anyway, I'm driving that car down the highway, and not the highway. I'm like a big street, basically. It's a big street that literally goes so far in our city. It's like through the heart of our town. And I got my friend on the little phone stand in the car, and I'm driving. I'm obviously not watching the phone. I ain't one of them motherfuckers. And I see what seems to be a black cat on the side of the road. So, it happens very fast. Yeah, I'm driving like 30, I'm driving like 40 and like a 35 at night. And it's a black cat with no collar on. So, I'm driving, I see the black cat, and I hear a crunch underneath both of my tires, which is always a bad sign. You know, whether you see an animal or not, hearing a crunching under your tires is probably a bad thing. So, me being a fucking animal lover and especially a cat lover, you guys have seen comment, I pull over on the side of the road. And I'm instantly fucking shaking and, you know, like mentally fucked up because I've just hit a cat. But I got to go check on the cat and see, what the damage is and see how it's doing. But obviously, it, is a cat, and cats are not really built to withstand a 2-ton vehicle running over them. So I pull over to the side of the road and I sprint over to the cat in the middle of the night, and I'm dodging cars, and I see the cat. It's laying down, but I don't see any blood. So I'm like, maybe there's a chance. And then I kind of pet its head, and there's nothing. There's no movement or anything. And if you're a little bit queasy, this next part that I'm about to tell you might be a little bit too much for your ears. But I thought, I'm not just gonna leave this cat in the middle of the road. Like I can't just leave a cat, in the middle of a street that I have just hit. If it was somebody else, if somebody else who hit it, and then that's something different. But if you personally kill it, I didn't know what to do. So basically, I scoop the dead cat up off the ground as I'm fucking bawling my eyes out, and I pick it up in the middle, and then it fucking slinkies on either side of my hand. Because I had hit it in the middle of its body, and it was basically jello. So that makes me cry even harder. So then I'm going to my fucking car. I pop the trunk, and I put said dead black cat in my trunk. And then I'm like, damn. Instantly, as I put the dead cat in my trunk, I'm like, you know what? I've seen fucking Scarface and fucking Godfather and all those movies, and I have a dead cat in my trunk. I can't even imagine having a dead fucking person in your trunk, and you're just thinking, like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this body? Do you bury it? Do you throw it into the ocean? Do you fucking dump it in a forest? Like, you got options, but which one is the best one? And I felt like a murderer. I felt like a fucking murderer. So I just take it home. I drive back to my house, and I'm like, Mom, come here to my trunk. Fucking look at what's in there. And of course, there's a dead black cat. And then I look at its eyes, and its eyes are completely grayed over. And I've heard that before. Whenever somebody dies, their body turns gray, their eyes turn gray. But I hadn't really understood what that looked like until I saw, the cat's eyes. So then I did the whole fucking close the cat's eyes, hand over that face. And, yeah, my mom says, well, I mean, I don't know why you brought it here, but I guess, we should bury it. So I thought, okay, I'm going to bury this cat. So I went to my room, and I got a box of Seagrams that I had, and I kind of placed the cat gently in the box. And the cat had no collar on it, so I thought, stray cat, no home. But I gotta give this motherfucker a proper burial. So then I start digging, and we're like, the ground is cold. We're in like a colder month. and the ground is hard as fuck to dig, and there's roots and shit because there's a bunch of trees in our yard, and I'm fucking struggling digging a hole wide enough for a fucking 24 pack of Seagrams. So I dig about like a 1 foot deep hole, and I'm like, fuck, this is not gonna work. So then I take the cat out of the box and I put it into a plastic bag because I didn't know what else to do. And I dig a slightly bigger hole and I place it and I put the dirt on it. And yeah, I have never cried or felt more like a murderer or felt more like shit in my life, basically. Killing cats was not on the fucking agenda for that day. I didn't have a fucking checklist that said go to school, go to work, and then fucking kill a cat and bury that shit and go to sleep. But that's not how life works. Life, tells you what to do, and then you fucking follow that shit like a little bitch. Because that's what you got to do. You can't, you don't make the rules. Life tells you what to do. But I have since realized that the cat could have had an owner and it could have been shipped. So if you ever do run into if you ever run into a situation where you have just killed a cat or a dog, you want to take it to the nearest shelter, and then get it shipped so that the proper owner can get closure and learn about their cat. Because any dead animal or lost animal is a fucking sad situation. And that shit sucks no matter how you cut it. But yeah, that's my dead cat story. So, fucking, I hate death. Death fucking sucks. Whether it's an animal or a person, burying ashes, all that shit. On a lighter note, though, I was feeling like fucking shit after my COVID vaccine, but a couple hours after it, I was feeling fine. And it was Mackenzie's mom's birthday, and we thought, hey, it's also my grandfather's birthday, and he's throwing a party at my grandma's pizza place. Let's go have a party. So we all load up into a car, and there's Glenna, Berna, Mackenzie, and me. Berna is Mackenzie's mom. And we all go to the bar. My mom's there. Basically, my whole family's there. And we all are having drinks and stuff. And there's a karaoke machine. So instantly, I'm like, yo, I got to do karaoke. And let me back up, actually. My grandma told me there was a karaoke machine, and she said you should do karaoke. So I said, okay. And I actually practiced my karaoke song about 4 times total. And the song of choice was a song called Home Sweet Home by Motley Crue, which, if you haven't heard that song, it is a masterpiece among masterpieces, and every note in that song is beautiful. I found the song after watching a movie called Hot Tub Time Machine. Great movie if you haven't seen it. Very funny. But I wanted to sing this song, and I get up on stage, and at this point, I am 1 shot and 3 Coronas in. So I am having the most confidence. I feel, I feel that liquid courage pumping through my veins. And I get up there and I sing my fucking heart out, dude. You never heard me sing better, bro. I think. In my head, I fucking sounded great as hell. But Mackenzie told me afterwards that no one was really paying attention to my fucking dope-ass performance of Motley Crue's fucking Home Sweet Home, which is a good-ass song. I'll give you a little taste right here. Ready? You know that I've seen too many romantic dreams. Right there. Just a taste. Just a taste. You can already tell I fucking killed that shit. And I did. It was gorgeous. And the best part is that Mackenzie recorded it. There is a recording of me singing Motley Crue's Home Sweet Home in my grandmother's pizza place. And I fucking killed that shit. But I guess I talked to Mackenzie afterwards, and she said it was great. And she said, It sounded great. It sounded just like the rehearsals. Great job. Because she was there with me while I was in the car fucking jamming Motley Crue Home Sweet Home karaoke version on YouTube and then singing loud as fuck. She was like, damn, sounded good. And then I go to my mom, who had no idea that I had practiced at all before that. And she goes, like, did you practice at all? Or, like, did you just... So like, it sounded like pretty good without a practice, but I just thought you'd like come a little bit more prepared, like for the. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, really? I was like, you want to know something? I actually rehearsed this a shit ton. I was like, yeah, no, 4 or 5 times at least. And I thought I fucking killed that shit, but I guess maybe the beer was a little bit, had like a goodness filter over how I thought I was doing, and I guess the audience didn't really get the same vibe that I was giving off. But I still fucking rocked the house and blew the roof off the place. So I'll sing that song till the day I fucking die. I love that song. I don't care if I'm out of tune. No fucks about tunes, yo. No fucks about fucking vibrato, yo. You just gotta sing that shit the way that your heart is telling you to sing that shit, and then it'll sound good. I like karaoke. I really enjoy karaoke. And then I sang a song, sort of, kinda. Mackenzie's mom and her friend were like gonna sing a song, but they were like, I don't know. Maybe you should come join us. I was like, okay. So we all three kind of went up there and sang a song, and it was a lot of fun. I did like the harmonica solo. And that was a lot of fun. But it turned out to be a great night. Everybody had fun. Everybody had drinks. Everybody had pizza. So they were, full on that shit. And yeah, I think it was a successful birthday. And then we went home and watched The Shining. Like 75% of The Shining, which is a great movie. I thoroughly enjoy that movie. It's a little slow in my opinion. Most Stanley Kubrick films are. They're kind of hard for me to watch, but being a film major, I try to force myself to. But sometimes, dude, my eyelids start getting heavy as fuck, and I'm not a fucking bodybuilder, so it's hard for me to keep those bitches up. I don't have a little guy fucking lifting that shit up like Atlas, the fucking Greek god, lifting on my eyelids, and they get so heavy that it just fucking collapses onto my bottom eyelid, and then I go to sleep. And that's what happens when I watch Stanley Kubrick films. And they're all great. They're all masterpieces. But fuck me. 2.5 hours of a movie? Dog. Even Avengers movies, yo. I'm like, fuck. Hour 30 at the most, dude. I can't be doing 2.5 hour movies, man. I'm sorry. I can't do it. But, yeah. We watched that movie and then we went to bed and then we got the fucking COVID thing, which sucked ass. And then I had to go to work today, which was okay. So, back in January of 2020, so this is whenever the World War III thing was going on. Been a long-ass time now. That's crazy how far away that was. But it was a different time. It was before masks, before coronavirus. This song, Yummy, came out. It might have been a little bit, like Q1 2020. This song, Yummy, came out. And I really liked it. It's that Justin Bieber song where it goes like, yeah, you got that yummy yum, that yummy yum. I better stop singing. It sounds just like Justin Bieber. I'm about to get copyrighted for singing Yummy. I swear to God. Sounded just like it. If you haven't heard the song, go listen to it. But I was like, yo, this song's a banger. It's pretty nice. So I was like, I gotta buy some merch. And I know it's a little goofy to be 21, a 21-year-old dude liking Justin Bieber. Especially at that time, it wasn't super cool to like him. So I was like, should I buy some merchandise or will I be made fun of? But I was like, nah, fuck that shit, man. I like the song, so I'm gonna buy some shit. So I do. And I go onto the fucking website and I see a fucking autographed cassette and an autographed vinyl. Instantly, I'm in. Anytime anything with autographs, I'm fucking in, dude. I love autographs. I think they're fucking dope. I collect them bitches. They're cool as fuck. I have Hedy Lamar's autograph. If you don't know who that is, go watch the Hedy Lamar documentary. documentary on Netflix. Hedy Lamar's a pretty cool gal. She was a 1950s actress, basically. So think like I know this is very stereotypical, but think like Marilyn Monroe, but black hair. But Hedy Lamar also invented the foundation / fundamentals of Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, certain kinds of submarines and planes. Her patent that she put, it was what's called like radio frequency like switching. It allows for like anonymous radio signaling between soldiers and shit within the war. I don't really know. It's been a long time since I saw the documentary. But basically she invented this technology and was like, yo, Navy, how about this? The American Navy. She's like, what about this? This is cool, right? And they were like, what the fuck? No. Like, what is this? Doesn't make any sense. But then they waited for her patent to expire, and then they fucking patented that shit. And since then, that patent that Hedy Lamarr literally created and showed everybody has made over a fucking $1 billion. She got fucking short fucking staffed, short shifted. Fucking, what's the saying? She got fucking shorted. I don't know. She got fucked over, basically. Out of a shit ton of money, even though she was smart as fuck. And she has little like inklings of her genius in every aspect of Hollywood and also like technology. So she's a really cool person. So do some research on her. Yo, I guarantee if you read her Wikipedia page, you'll be like, damn, what the fuck? This is something I didn't know before, and it'll be a cool fun time for your brain and you. But I buy this Justin Bieber merch. How the fuck did I get from Justin Bieber to Hedy Lamarr? I ain't got a fucking clue, but I buy this shit back in January. And I'm like, let's go. It's cheap as fuck too. It's like $24. So I'm like, fuck yeah. Fucking autograph shit. Oh, autographs, that's what it was. So it says expected shipping like 6 to 12 weeks or whatever, which is so fucking long. But I understood and I kept my mouth shut. But then 6 weeks roll around. And I'm like, where's the shipping? And then 7 weeks, 8 weeks, 9 weeks. Then 12 weeks approaches. And I shoot an email. And I'm like, yo, when is this coming? I've been expecting this. I really want this. And, oh, there's been delays due to COVID-19 and, all that stuff. So we're not really able to. I was like, that makes sense. Everything's kind of delayed. So I'm totally fine with waiting until 6 months or whatever. 6 months rolls around. We're still not able to get as many, due to high maintenance and high volatility. We're just not able to get, all the orders out as well as we'd like. So sorry about that. And then I get an email. I get a fucking email last week that fucking reads, hey, sorry, we're just not able to fulfill all these orders that we fucking took in because we don't know how to fucking say no to people and or put a cap to the amount of things that we sell, and Justin has not been able to fucking sign all of these things. So basically, fucking here's your money back and sorry for wasting fucking a year and a half of your fucking life. They didn't even say sorry. They just said, here's your refund and here's a 20% off coupon for something in the store. Bitch! Give me my fucking yummy cassette and my fucking yummy vinyl signed, bro. Like, I'm not gonna fucking wait a year and a half for something that's fucking signed and then not fucking get it, dude. Give me my Justin Bieber autograph. I paid for that shit, man. That's like an investment, dude. $24. If I put $24 in fucking Bitcoin, if I put $24 in Bitcoin in January of fucking 2020, I don't even fucking know how much that shit would be, but I fucking guarantee you that shit would be worth at least $100. At least. Like, I don't know. And then I bought at the same time, I bought an Elon Musk Cybertruck Mini. It was like a 1/20th, 1/12th scale. And it was a small one that was $20. And I bought it, and I was like, dude, I'm fucking buying this. Hot Wheels, Elon Musk, Tesla, I'm buying this shit. That shit gets delayed a fucking year as well, dude. and I just got that shit in the mail like probably like December, January of 2021. And I opened it up, and it looks a little bit different. It's got a blue controller instead of a black one, and the one they advertised was black. And I'm like, that's weird. The one that I bought was like the early limited edition one. Why did I get this one? So I do some research, watch a couple YouTube videos, and it fucking turns out, man, as I sat there and waited for my fucking Cybertruck that got delayed fucking 6 months, 7 months, 8 months to a year, bro. That shit was in Target for the past fucking 6 months, dude. My order that I ordered before fucking everybody else, dude. They made shit for Target before they sent out the fucking pre-orders, dog. And then they didn't even give me the limited edition version, dog. They took one off of the shelf at Target, wrapped that shit, and mailed it to me, dude. If I wanted it from Target, I would go to fucking Target, dude. I love Target. Overpriced as fuck. Overpriced as fuck. That's why they can pay their workers $15 an hour. But fuck me, if I wanted that Target version, I would have gotten that one, but I didn't order that one. Got the fucking blue controller instead of the black one. So pissed about that. But if I had my own merchandise, dude, like, I'd run that shit like it was meant to be run. I would, like, if I made shirts, which I fucking should, and I probably will eventually, make a shirt or something dope, I don't know. Shirts would be cool, but what do you guys wear? Like, what do you guys want? If I were to make merchandise, what would you want? Like stickers? A fucking lapel pin? You want a fucking little pin you can write with? You want a fucking scale? A slightly overweight scale you can step on every morning, fucking see how you're doing? I don't know, man. If I had my own merchandise, that shit, I mean, if I would just do what I said I was gonna do. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be a little bitch and fucking cancel or over or sell shit. I'd be like, hey, I made a mistake. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you something free. You know what I mean? I'm not going to, hey, sorry we fucked up. Year and a half later, here's your money back. Fucking, can we give him 20%? Yeah, here's a 20% off fucking coupon for something, I guess. Nah, bro. You got to make that shit up, man. You got to make people want your shit and keep buying this shit, man. Like, I'm so turned off to most merchandise because it's on most merchandise, like clothes and shit, is on shitty materials. It's, made for dirt cheap and sold a super high price, and that shit just it's not good, bro. You should be making a quality product. That should be the goal. You should care about what you're fucking making. You sell it, for a price that is reasonable, but also, you make some money on it because you deserve some profit. People respect good quality shit, man. They don't like shitty quality stuff, So just, if you're gonna make it and price it, fucking make it something worth buying. And then once the word gets out, the Slightly Overweight podcast makes the best fucking shirts, then it's like, damn, okay, let's go, let's keep going, I'm gonna go buy one too. I'm gonna go tell my buddy about it. Fucking chain reaction in that bitch. I should make a shirt. Let me know in the comments below what you guys want, and or if Mackenzie and I should try to work out a shirt design or something, or I think that'd be cool. I could wear them, during the podcast or something. Also, if you haven't noticed over here on the right of your screen, we have this lava lamp, and this is the first podcast where I actually, not me, but Mackenzie thought enough ahead to turn it on a couple hours before so that whenever you guys are watching, it is actually on and flowing. I just now realized if you're listening to the podcast, you don't know what I'm talking about. But there's a lava lamp on my side table here that is finally like bubbling and going. Before, it was a weird block at the bottom and it looked like shit, but now we're fucking going. We're vibing in this shit. So if you get bored, watch that shit and you'll have no excuse. I don't know why I said no excuse. I guess no excuse not to watch this, because there's me talking, entertaining you, but also, you fucking look over here, there's a lava lamp. So, it's the best of both worlds. Best of both worlds there. You're welcome, basically. And then we have these renovations for our apartment coming up. They're tomorrow, and I've gotten work. I got to work tomorrow and the next day, and they're coming fucking both days. And living in an apartment is similar to owing money to a fucking loan shark. Because they have you by the balls and they'll break your fucking knees if you go against them. Not fucking joking, yo. Like, we signed a lease, and I think I talked about this. No, I didn't talk about this in the last one. We signed a lease, basically. We got fucked over, and we wanted to get out of the lease so we can move somewhere else cheaper, and they said fucking no. They said, yo, you signed this lease, fucking go fuck yourself. We have your money, and you have to pay the full fucking lease to get out of it. So fuck off. There's not a fucking fee you can pay. You have to pay the whole fucking year's worth of fucking rent for no reason, dude. Like, we got fucked over hard. Fuck that motherfucker. Shit sucked. We got fucking higher rent. Shit sucked ass. Fuck leases and fuck apartment complexes who take advantage of fucking college students who don't know what the fuck they're doing. Anyway, fuck where we live too. If you're fucking listening to this, fuck you. Not going to say the name of the place, but yeah, basically, you guys are fucking bitches. Can't wait to not fucking live here anymore. But yeah, in the middle of us fucking living here, we fucking live in our fucking apartment. They're fucking bursting through our doors, and they're going to do fucking construction inside our fucking apartment for 2 days. 2 days fucking straight, 8 a.m. to fucking 4 p.m. or some shit. 7 p.m., I don't even know. Some fucking late-ass hour that doesn't make any fucking sense. And we can't do shit about it. They said, here's a fucking plan. You have a week to get your shit ready. We need you to pack up everything in all of your cabinets. All of them. Oh, you think you can store your shit in your cabinets? Nah, fuck you. Take that shit out, bitch. Like, legit, they're like a loan shark that you owe money to. Like, if you've ever seen fucking Jersey Boys, you got Tommy DeVito. And he's always owing money to someone, and he's always about to get his ass kicked. But in my situation, me and Mackenzie's situation, it's just us, and it's just our apartment complex that wants to fucking steal our money. Theoretically. And also fucking realistically. But there wasn't a choice. They said, we're going into your apartment. We are going to replace all of your cabinets and your countertops because they didn't say this part. But, excuse me. But it's because we're lazy as fuck and we can't do all of this shit, in the couple of days in between people moving in. So basically, we're going to do it fucking right in the middle of your lease because fuck you and you don't have, we can do whatever the fuck we want. So. Oh, and we're not going to fucking reduce your rent for that month either. We're just going to fucking come in and do that shit, and you have to fucking deal with it. Pack up all your shit and fucking move all your shit to the center of the room so we can repaint that shit and fucking get over it, bitch. Fuck you, you dumb college student. Which sucks ass. I wish we had a fucking house to live in or something, but yeah, we fucked ourselves and signed to this place 2 years in a row, and we regret every single second of it. But here we are, and we've had a lot of help from our parents on trying to pay for, the extra rent that we weren't anticipating, which is very gracious and helpful. But now they're going to come in tomorrow in the middle of my fucking meeting that I'm going to have, fucking 8-hour meeting, and we heard them downstairs today, and it's loud as fuck. Mackenzie woke up to it. She was in the middle of her fucking sleeping until like 9, 10. They fucking woke her ass up at 8 a.m., fucking sawing and fucking pop, pop, pop. Fucking hammering shit in or whatever, doing construction shit. And that's going to be right outside our fucking door, inside our apartment, And they're probably nice people, the fucking people who are doing the renovations or whatever, like the people they hired, they're probably really nice people, but it's a sucky, fucked up situation that we're stuck in, and we have to put up with this shit because we have no say in the matter. So I think, me being the fucking Karen that I am, I'm going to fucking either call somebody or ask the person that comes in and go, hey, because this is an inconvenience to us, is there any way we can get a fee reduction on our rent because you guys are literally making us move out basically so you guys can fix up the fucking fucked up apartments that you guys have. We've been living with the countertops and cabinets and the paint for fucking 8 months now. Why are you going to change it the last 4 months of our fucking lease? That's not going to benefit us at all. I don't give a fuck what color the walls are. I don't give a fuck the countertop color. I don't give a fuck how new the cabinets are. I don't fucking care. Don't come into my fucking living space. And that's another thing. They can come in anytime they want without notice. There's no email. There's no fucking phone call. They fucking come to the door, knock once, enter 2 seconds later. They have a key to every single fucking room. Isn't that scary? Yep. No feeling of security. If any of the fucking workers is a homicidal motherfucker and has a key, which they all fucking do, they can come in and fucking murder your ass at night. So I lock every fucking door. And that shit is scary as fuck. Hard to sleep at night sometimes because they can enter at any time. If you are searching for an apartment, ask them about that policy. And ask a person who lives there about that policy and see how it's reinforced. Because that shit is scary as hell. And after this, we already signed an apartment somewhere else for next year. After that, we're getting a fucking house. Don't care if we're buying it. Don't care if we're renting it. We're not doing a fucking apartment thing. Yeah, that's our experiences with apartments. And they have a pool. That's fucking cool. Love to swim, even though I'm shitty as fuck at it. But a pool or fucking security and feeling, some sense of fucking, I already said security. Some feeling of fucking security times 2. Fuck you. I don't know enough words. Yeah. I don't like apartments, and I don't like the people who run them because they're all fucking shitty pieces of shit. I know I need to work on my transitions, Christian, and I'm working on that shit. But you guys remember in art class in fucking like kindergarten or first grade or second grade? Or any grade like below like 5th grade or whatever, and you'd be making some like the art teacher would go, hey, here's some pipe cleaners. Everybody gets a packet. It's a rainbow assortment of colors. And we're going to make like flowers or something. A 2-dimensional flower or a 2-dimensional fish or something. And everybody's like, fuck yeah, let's go. Pipe cleaners. Because they're fuzzy and you can fucking bend them and they're cool as shit. But then in the middle of you building the flower or the fish or whatever the fuck you're building, you realize, one of the pipe cleaners is a little bit too long. So you get your kid scissors out. And we all know those bitches are dull as fuck and you can't stab anybody with them. Trust me, I've tried. It doesn't work. Can't stab anybody with a pair of kid scissors. And you would go to cut the pipe cleaner and that shit would just bend right in half, dude. It wouldn't cut at all, man. Remember how frustrating that shit was? Back in the day, you fucking know that whenever that pipe cleaner fucking bent, you were like, damn, life cannot get worse than this shit right now. My fucking 5-year-old ass pissed as fuck about a pipe cleaner bending instead of fucking being cut in half, dude. And then somebody taught me if you bend it in half and then you pull it against it and then cut it, fucking actually cuts. Whenever I learned that shit, I was a pipe cleaner fucking shredder, dude. I shredded those pipe cleaners. And then if you cut it and it kept fucking bending, the hairs would come off and the metal would be exposed. And you're like, fuck, I can't even use this anymore. I have to fucking do it again. I'm running out of orange. I just remembered that a couple days ago for some reason. I forget why. But yeah, fuck pipe cleaners. And fuck those kid scissors, actually. Give the kids fucking adult scissors. What are they going to do? Cut their finger? Yeah, probably. I guess you're right. But yeah, that's my fucking feeling towards kid scissors. And I also have strong feelings towards people who fence. And if you don't know what fencing is, it's basically a sport for people, in my opinion, of a higher class or whatever. I've never seen anybody in the ghetto fence before. So I'm going to go ahead and say it's a higher class, sport similar to golf or tennis or whatever. But you basically put this white suit on, and you also put on a white helmet with like a mesh guard over the face. And there's like a bungee cord attached to your fucking butt, attached to a wall, and you have to fucking fight the tension or whatever. But you have this sword in your hand. And when I say sword, Don't think a fucking pirate, Johnny Depp, Pirates of the Caribbean, fucking nice ass, sharp ass, Civil War ass, fucking sword, Japanese sword that's been folded 80,000 times and can slice through 8 bodies in one swing. No. They call it a sword, I think. If it's not called a sword, then I am sadly mistaken. But basically, it's a fucking sword that's not a sword, and they fight to the death, and instead of to the death, it's whoever pokes the other person first. Whoever pokes the other person first with the sword that's not even a fucking sword wins. Just use a fucking real sword, dude.
It's called a foil.
It's called a foil. Mackenzie just looked it up. Of course it's called a fucking foil. That shit's made out of aluminum foil, dude. Fucking fake ass sword, man. Get a stainless, call it steel. Don't call it a foil. Call it steel and use real ass swords and fight to the fucking death. Then I'll watch that shit. I'm not gonna fucking watch 2 fucking 40-year-old dudes fucking chonk, chink, chonk, chink. Oh, jolly good shout. Oh, yes. Oh, I poked you. Oh, yes. Well, that's the end of that, isn't it? Fuck fencing, dude. In the name of it, too, bro. Fencing is what you put around your house, dude. Pick something else. There's so many different names, bro. Call it fucking foil and poke. Poke and foil. Fucking put a weird mask on and show my ass in these white chaps. Fucking poke me, dude. And it has to be on the chest. You can't poke somebody on the fucking face because that's disqualification, of course. But if it was 2 dudes dressed in pirate getup and they were...
Women.
Huh? Or women. 2 people fighting to the fucking death. I'd watch that shit every day of the week, dude. I don't know a person on earth who wouldn't watch that shit. And if you win, you fucking deserve that shit. It's not some weird fucking... Oh, he poked me through my armpit, so it actually didn't count, actually. You saw him poke my face. He's disqualified. I don't know. I've never fenced before, so I can't really say shit, but you'll never see me fencing. If I'm fencing, I'm fucking sword fighting to the death, and if I lose, I lose. That's the risk I'm willing to take for a fucking sword fight. Don't catch me in the street with a sword, because I'll fucking slice your ass. I don't actually own a sword. Huh?
The grad photo with the sword.
We did see somebody. We were driving through campus, and there was a graduate student, a student who had just recently graduated, if that's what you call graduate students, who was getting, I presume, senior photos taken, or whatever the fuck, 4th-year photos. That's another thing. People, whenever they say, like, what year are you in college? Like, what, I'm like, oh, I'm a fucking junior. They look at me fucking crooked as fuck. They're like, what'd you say? I'm like, yeah, I'm a fucking junior, dude. That's why there's fucking 4 names. Fucking freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. Oh, you mean you're a 3rd year? No, dude, I'm a fucking junior, dude. Fuck! I hate that shit, man. I saw a fucking senior walking around getting senior fucking photos taken at Purdue, and bro had a fucking sword. And I respect that shit so fucking hard, man. Most people, whenever they take fucking photos, they just put their little thumbs on their fucking jean fucking belt loops, and they tilt their head to the left and smile. This bro went out and said, nah, fuck that shit, I got a sword. I bet the photographer was like, thank fucking Jesus. Not another fucking jeans and a fucking crop top fucking girl photo. I'm actually fucking photographing a fucking sword, a virtual sword fight. I don't know. As a photographer myself, if somebody came out and said, yo, but I have a sword though, can I have that? Like, can that be in the photo? I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. Let's Johnny Depp this bitch, bro. I don't know any other sword fighters. That's why I keep saying Johnny Depp. Fucking, like Bruce Lee. He was the nunchuck guy.
Orlando Bloom?
No, that's just Pirates of the Caribbean, though. Orlando Bloom was also a good swordsman. Luke Skywalker, if you count that, lightsabers are even cooler than fucking foils and fencing. There's what's called LARPing. It's called live action role playing. And what that is you basically dress up as your favorite character and you get a fucking, an instrument or a tool that they use in the said TV show or movie or book or comic book. And you meet up with your friends and you fucking battle it to the, fucking battle it to the
Hypothetical death.
hypothetical death. Thank you. Fuck. God damn it. That's exactly what I was thinking. The hypothetical death. You're not actually fighting for that death, but And there's these two dudes that are always on somebody's Instagram story or Snapchat story, and they have lightsabers and they're fucking black gowns and they're fucking lightsabering to the hypothetical death, and it's cool as fuck, man. They go so hard. They don't half-ass that shit. They go, they do the fucking behind the back spinning and shit. They probably got a couple of them too, so they're not really afraid to break them. But lightsabers are dope as fuck. But if you fence, man, everybody has their own shit. But if you fence, I'm going to lose at least 5% respect for you. Off the gate. And you can gain that respect back later. But instantly I'm going to go, oh, come on, man. Unless you're the world fucking champion of fencing. That's something different. But maybe if you're the world champ, that's actually worse. Because then that's all you do is fence.
My mom used to fence.
Mackenzie's mom did used to fence. And that's how I know so much about fencing. But she stopped. That's the thing. She said, oh, no, this isn't for me. But some people go their whole life and they're going, oh, yes, I'm going to fence. There's cricket and there's also fucking the thing where you put the fucking amber between your legs. Cricket. What the fuck is that? Fucking bambaloo. Fucking croquet.
Croquet.
They fucking, oh, it's also croquet or cricket. But I think for me, it's going to be fencing, actually. And then they go their whole life and they fucking fence and they grow up to be fucking nobodies. Because name one famous fencer. I didn't think so. So, on that note, we're going to stop the podcast. And this is the third one out of many to come. And if you haven't already, you got to hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. I say this because it helps the algorithm. And the more you share this podcast, the more I will make them. It's a relationship that you and I have, the viewer and me. The more that you watch this, the more that you share this, the more I will make, and also the more this will become a bigger part of my life. Right now, it's a side hustle. I do this on the side, and I work 40 hours throughout the week, okay? But maybe, later on down the road, episode 50 or something, when I'm making $100,000 to, $1 million an episode, then maybe we can talk about doing this thing full time. But, in the meantime, I'm going to work on this on the side and try to put these out for you guys who listen and care about this podcast and who also feel a little slightly overweight because it's okay to feel that way. And you shouldn't feel bad about feeling slightly overweight because everybody is, So I hope that you guys have a good day. And again, I'm sorry for not uploading on Monday. I'll get it next time. Promise. No more COVID vaccinations, so we're good there. But yeah, have a good week today. Don't know why I said that week today. But have a good week this week and have a good day today. Yeah, thanks for watching. And even though you're slightly overweight, you look really good today. I like what you did with your hair there. That perm looks great on you. Just kidding. Nobody's ever said that ever.
What? Perms are cool.
Perms are cool. I don't know. I've always wanted to get a perm. But it chemically changed your hair.
That's for next podcast.
Yes, we'll talk about my perm. And we'll talk about my perm and my hairstylist in the next podcast. So have a great day, guys. Thanks for listening in. Bye.